Good morning. It is a beautiful and wonderful Friday. Today is lesson 30, and this is our application problem. Here we go. Alexa claims that 16 divided by 4, 32 divided by 8, and 8 halves are all equivalent expressions. Is Alexa correct? Explain how you know. So here's what we're going to do. There are lots of different ways that you can solve this. So I want you to try and do this by yourself. Okay, so pause the video, work on this problem by yourself, and when you are finished, I want you to unpause the video and I will show you how I came up with the answer. So now is the time to pause the video. Okay, everybody, we are going to start with these three different problems. We have 16 divided by 4, 32 divided by 8, and then 8 halves, okay? We're going to show if these are all equivalent expressions. So, let's do this. We have 16 divided by 4. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not what we have. We have 16 divided by 4, which is the same as 16 divided by 4, right? Okay. We also have, I'm going to do this in a different color. I'm going to do orange. We have 8 halves. Which is also 8 halves. And we have 32 eighths, which is also the same as 32 divided by 8. So if you needed help, what I want you to do is I want you to now pause the video after I wrote this and see if you can figure out if these are all equivalent expressions now. So pause the video. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Remember that when you work with fractions, if you multiply a number by the denominator by, let's say, 4, you have to multiply the numerator by 4 to make equivalent fractions. So that's kind of what we're going to do here. Okay, let's start with 16 over 4. I'm going to turn it green. Okay, 8, 16, 4, 2, and 32 all have something in common. What do they have in common? What do these numbers have in common? And let's just look at 16, 8, and 32. What can we do to 16 to get it to 32? Does that help you now? Let's see. Okay, so we have 16 halves, or 16 fourths. Okay, if we have 16 fourths, is there any way we can do something to that? Okay, we can multiply something to equal 32 eighths. What can we multiply 16 over 4 by? If we multiply by the... Oh, look! What can we do to 4 to get it to 8? Yeah, multiply by 2. So we have to multiply the numerator by 2. 16 times 2 is, woohoo, 32. So look, that is the same as 32 8. So we got one. I'm going to give us a star there. Okay. Now let's look at 8 halves. Let me change the color. Okay, 8 over 2. Can we multiply this by anything to equal 32 over 8? 2 times what is 8? Good, 4. 2 times 4 is 8. And whatever we do at the bottom, we have to do to the top. 8 times 4 is 32. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, and do we have to do anything to this expression? We don't, but we can. 8 goes into 32 how many times? Oh, let me erase that. Make it blue. 8 goes into 32 4 times, so the answer is 4. Okay, the answer here, 8 goes into 32 4 times. And the answer over here, 8 goes into 32 4 times. So, it says, we did all the math, and now it says, is she correct? Explain how you know. Whoops. Explain how you know. So, you have to write a statement. Is she correct, everybody? Are they all equivalent expressions? Yes. She is correct because, and you're going to explain how you know from the math that we just did.